Hey there, we got another Dungeon Coach, Dungeon Master breakdown. This is session 28 of our Curse of Strahd, and I'm going to minor spoilers for Curse of Strahd. In this, in the section of Vallaki, they've came to Vallaki, they've left Vallaki, they've came back to Vallaki, and lots of updates have happened since then. Lots of little pieces being turned, and finally there's the friction between the Burgomaster of Vallaki and Lady Vakter is finally coming to an head. An assassination attempt is at foot, and here we go. It's all boiling up in Vallaki. Now, here's how this whole thing works. I'm going to give what I thought was going to happen, show some of my prep and Dungeon Master Binder stuff, and then what actually went down, and we'll hopefully learn some stuff from it and let you guys in on the whole thing. But here is the Dungeon Master Binder, which also this Dungeon Master Binder and the live footage of all of these plays is available through different reward tiers over on Patreon if you want to get even further into this. If not, though, just sit back and take the big picture of what this whole thing was. So this is my Dungeon Master Binder. It has everything in it for the entire campaign of Curse of Strahd. But we're going to go into session 28, which is what we're talking about here. Little notes at the top. I did give my players bonus level up perks. These are the bonus level up perks that they kind of got from hitting level 7 last session. Some roleplay stuff, some combat stuff. Cool. Reminders for myself here in the quest log of what the group's currently kind of has on their plate. That's also reminding myself here. Then this is the three big things that happened in the recap that I want to make sure to talk about in the recap. And then this is the first scene. This is where we left off. And anytime we leave off where we for sure go into a certain scene, I really do pace out the scene and stage it out, right? I had these things where literally the speech that the Burgomaster was given. A lot of times if it's going to be a conversation, how I Dungeon Master note conversations are talking points. I give talking points and I just bullet point the talking points. Make sure you talk about those things and I ad-lib the whole thing. But if it's a speech and it's some sort of rant or something like that the person's going on, assuming that no one interrupts, I do script it out a lot of times because I do think it gives a little bit of a performance there to it. I make sure it hits all the points I want to hit. But if I do want it to be a bit more of a back and forth, I bullet point it and then allow for that back and forth and go from there. So little thoughts there. And then now here are the different scenes in Vallaki. So how I ran this hall here, there's some adventuring groups going on. There's a newbie group and there's a rival group that they actually did talk to. But Vallaki, they're in Vallaki. So this is pretty much the whole thing here with Vallaki. Each of these bullet points are different things going on. And if they go to those places, something's happening, right? And so I can paste it all out there. So if they go to Bren, she's been kidnapped and taken by the Burgomaster. If they go to the Burgomaster, they want to do this. If they go to Lady Vakter and all these other things, right? Blue Water Inn has some information, all those types of things. So I have it all pasted out there. So anyway, now back to overall what happened. The Burgomaster arrives to the thing, and if you remember, if you watched last session breakdown, at the end of the session, I arrived as the Burgomaster and I started talking to Felix the Rogue as if he knew who Felix the Rogue was. But the rest of the group reminded me that Felix is a ghost in the town and no one knows who he is. And Felix has strategically never been with the group. While in Vallaki, Felix removes himself from the group. He's a rogue and he's playing a rogue like a rogue. So I was like, all right, well, we're going to end the session here because I got to really, the Burgomaster's nose starts to bleed as he doesn't actually know that. So it was a funny way to end the session. But I now had the whole thing set up to be that the Burgomaster just tried to steal the soul of the paladin of the group, and he had to spin that into a way that makes sense. So my best thing I came up with was that the Burgomaster is like, oh no, these adventurers, the Fate Weavers have encountered Strahd. He doesn't say Strahd, he says the devil. They're not allowed to say the word Strahd in Vallaki. They have encountered the devil, and then now they will be, they have been corrupted. Something in their minds have gone crazy. I tried to free Pug the Paladin. I tried to free him, and I had this crystal, but he shattered it, but really that's the soul crystal he was trying to capture the soul of Pug. He's trying to spin it around just in case. So I'm trying to cover my own butt here if Pug tries to throw the Burgomaster, and now he's spanned it back on them. So it's an interesting little political move that he's doing here. And then now he loved up Felix and got to talk to everybody, and then the group had time to do what they wanted to do themselves. Some things that I was going to be accelerating, what I thought was going to happen is I really wanted to they're in Vallaki, and and they're a little bit kind of like, where are we going to go? I don't really know. And like, they don't have a very big sense of purpose. So I want to let them sit with that for a second, see what they do, let them kind of play, and also let them have some fun. They do a performance and let the mood of Curse of Strahd, Barovia, and all this intensity, let it kind of relax a little bit, let them have some fun. And so that when I bring it back in, I can hit them hard with some more intensity and they don't feel burnt out on it, right? That's a big Dungeon Master note there, is to make sure they hit an emotional spectrum of fun and scary and intensity and relaxed and happy and sad, all those things, right? Anyway, so now I have my card that I'm about to play is Lady Voctor. I'm going to have her, Ernst, which is her little spy guy. He's going to come talk with them and want a meeting with the group. And they actually did it for me. They really wanted to do that. And they're like, we need to talk to Lady Voctor. I was like, oh, wow. Okay, great. Cool. Perfect. This works out great. So then they got a meeting with her, and she basically, my role, my goal here with Lady Voctor is she is like an ally of Strahd. She's very much in league with Strahd. She serves Strahd essentially, and she is trying to get the bones of the church. She's trying to get the bones. So now as a dungeon master, I want to get those bones. I really want to shake things up. They feel a little bit too safe in Vallaki. Irena's been way too safe. They're pissing Strahd off, and Strahd's going to make some moves, and he's going to make some moves here in Vallaki, and he's going to do it through Lady Voctor. So, they're going to get the bones out of the church. Lady Voctor's planning on it. So she's also planning on killing the burgomaster. And she also knows that the group that stole the bones, or the group that took the bones or got the bones back. The bones were stolen, and then this group of adventurers, the party, the player characters, they got the bones back and put them in the church. So Lady Voctor, Strahd knows and has talked with Lady Voctor that this group is annoying. They're in the way. You need to pacify them, and you need to do something to them to get them to do something else, to get them away from the church. You need to get them away from the church, send them on a mission so we can break into the church and get the bones. That's my Dungeon Master plan, right? So I need to issue that out without them knowing about it, but also give them potential clues for it to happen, right? So while they were in the church before they went to the thing, that's another thing in Dungeon Masters is you don't want to, if I stole the bones and they never had a chance of knowing about it, that feels real bad, real bad, right? But if I do give them a chance and they still get the bones, now they're like, dang it, okay, cool. And now they have to go get it, right? And it didn't just be like, haha, gotcha. So here's how this is going to go down. They had a chance, they secured the church, they did some things there, yes. And there's some bodyguard, they put some bodyguards on the church, they reinforced it, they did some stuff. So there's going to be a skill challenge issued for this evil group to even be able to get in there in the first place. Stay tuned for next week's episode, and I will tell you how that goes down. But Lady Voctor is trying to get them to go kill the burgomaster. And if she can get them to go kill the burgomaster and get them to go that way, then she can steal the bones over here. But she also wants to kill the party. Strahd has been too much, and Strahd has told them to kill them. But Strahd, this is a test for Strahd. There's so many layers here. Strahd wants to test the group and see if they can survive this. So Strahd has told Lady Voctor to kill them. Strahd told Lady Voctor kill them, and Lady Voctor necessarily can't herself, but she had hired another adventuring party called the Shadows, and it's just like this group of 4, and they are also sent to go kill the burgomaster, but they have an ulterior motive to also kill the party. That's their true motive, is to kill the party. Yeah, Lady Voctor wants the burgomaster dead, but he's almost priority 3. Get the bones. She's been told to kill the player characters, and then kill the burgomaster so she can rise to power. That was her master plan. It's all coming down in 2 days in game time, 2 days. So here we go. But the players think that they're just on a mission to go kill the burgomaster, and that's it. So and they've been told that the Shadows are going to come with them and help them kill the burgomaster. Great. So there's 4 adventuring player characters, 4 adventurer NPCs trying to kill the burgomaster. That's not what's happening at all. The burgomaster's there, sure, yeah, but they are going to turn on them and attack them. The burgomaster's going to attack everybody. It's going to be a cluster, and I can't wait for it. That's what's going to be going down next session, and that's the stage that I've set. And we ended the session off with, they talked to the Lady Voctor, got into it. They went and talked to the Shadows, got that done. They went and talked with Joran, who's a kind of like the mage assistant to the burgomaster that they've also got on their side as well. So The stage is set for a wild start to next session, and I want to see if they figure out how long it takes them to figure out that the jig is up and they are being set up. And then once they realize that they're being set up to be killed by the shadows, they're going to come back to the church, and we're going to see if those bones are still there, and that's a huge thing. And Irina is still at the church, and they're going to see if Irina is still there, because she could also be captured and kidnapped in the middle of all this as well. So it is going to be a wild start to this next one. But here's the big thing also, I need to prepare further in advance, because the pressure, the intensity, and the pace is going to skyrocket, especially if the bones are taken and Irina's taken. So I really got to prepare those two to know where those are going to be and what's going to happen there and how that's all going to run down. But anyway, that's the rundown. I hope you liked it. Stay tuned for next week. Stay creative. Think outside the box.